Good morning, Chris.
Hello, Rove. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining me.
Now, I'm enjoying the new Chris Martin / Coldplay Men of Mystery when it came to announcing the new single. You did like a little viral thing. There's posters, there's mysterious tweets. Whose idea was this? How did it come about?
Probably Phil, our best friend and the head of our group, the handsomest member of the band that no one ever sees. He dreams these kind of things up.
Oh, I thought it was genius. It was really well done and everyone was all over it. So it was perfect marketing and got everyone on board.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, when we go to do interviews like this, you have to sign things that say, don't talk about things that people aren't meant to know about yet. And you guys were going, This whole thing was under the title of Project Deep Blue Tree Roots. Were you aware of that?
No, but what a wonderful secret project name.
Isn't it the best? I mean, it's clunky,
I
but
wish
I
I'd
like
known
it.
that. We do. Clunky is great. If there's one thing we do well, it's clunky.
And the latest single, Adventure of a Lifetime, a big claim. But what can we expect? What can you tell us about the new single?
Well, if you like Coldplay, then you might think it's really good.
Oh, well, that's always good. That's always good, right on brand. But how nervous were you about the song being leaked before it actually was released?
To be honest with you, Sam, I'm not nervous at all. I feel like whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen, and I didn't even think about it till he mentioned it. And I don't. Has it leaked? I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I don't think so.
No,
it hasn't. But you always, when you've got such a huge secret, you get worried about that sort of thing. But you got a good attitude about it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to do anything mean. You know.
Now, I don't know how aware you are of some of the fans that you have out there. Of course, many Coldplay fans. You probably know that. You've sold heaps of albums and sold out many tours. But earlier this year, there was a viral video of an Xbox player singing one of your songs during Call of Duty, one of the online shoot-'em-up games. I don't know if you've heard it, but have a listen.
Lights will guide.
We've lost the lead.
I mean, fix you. That's what a song to be singing while
Is that
you're
in Call of Duty?
Yes, it's him just singing it to himself while he's playing and shooting people.
Well, that's sometimes what I do: play Call of Duty and just practice our songs. Do you know, I sat next to the guy from Call of Duty, not the guy who made it, the other day. I met him on an airplane.
How does that come up?
He said, I like Coldplay, and I said, well, what do you do, young man? And I said, what do you do? And so he said, oh, actually, I'm, like the most successful gaming person of all time, whatever. He didn't say it like that, but he was very sweet guy. And then I asked him about how you make games like that. It's incredible.
Do you honestly game much?
No, I don't. I'm terrible. I gave up. I had a Game Boy once, which my cousin lent me, and I failed on like level 3 of Super Mario. That's about my limit.
Wow. Because normally when guys like you are on the road, like that's usually what it is backstage nowadays. It used to be all, it was drugs and debauchery, and now it seems, from what I hear, there's a lot of like gaming and that sort of stuff going on.
That sounds amazing.
No, we're very much the drugs and debauchery kind of.
Thank goodness. Now, were you also aware that President Obama has put you on his Spotify list?
I heard about this. I was so impressed that President Obama even listens. Like, do you find that weird that you're on his playlist?
He texted me to say, look, is this cool?
No,
I said, yes, it's very cool.
Imagine that. How amazing would that be?
He said, listen, I'm sorry that I got recorded singing along when I was playing Call of Duty. Can I make it up to you by...
So normally
well, first of all, I'm a big fan of his, so that makes me really happy. I didn't know that, and so that's wonderful.
Because normally...
He has a little... He's actually... Go on.
No, you go. You're the famous one.
No, you're the host. Come on, man. You speak.
I was going to say, because normally when you hear you're on one of Obama's lists, like, hey, we've just heard you're on the president's list. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. There you go. Oh, Spotify.
I don't know,
That's
well-
okay.
I have to ask about Ricky Gervais's tweet. I'm a huge Ricky Gervais fan. He's actually the cover photo of my Twitter page. And he was tweeted about how excited he was that you are collaborating with him for an upcoming David Brent film. So you got to tell me, like, what was it like working with him? Did you just laugh? And was it uncontrollable? Because that's how I imagined it.
Ricky is like, it's funny for us because he used to be Will's boss, our drummer's boss, when we were all at college.
What?
When we first met as a band, Ricky was working in this bar where Will was one of the doormen. And so Will knows Ricky as his boss, and then he got this job on a little radio station in London, and we used to listen when we were working as cleaners when we were about 20 years old. And so we've had a really long journey with him. So to us, he's like this kind of naughty cousin, but very funny. So whenever we work with him, two things happen. One is I forget that people are filming it.
Yeah.
And two is I think he just tries to be as outrageous as he can because he knows that he can make us break. And so it's very, very fun. But I always have to like check myself because I realize sometimes he's saying the most twisted stuff, and I've got to be careful.
Well,
But he's wonderful, and that film will be really good, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So how were you involved? Are you writing songs or singing on it?
No, so David, I don't know if I'm giving too much away, but
We'll call this
Project
Project Blue Tree Roots and leave it at that.
Too, yeah. He said, "Can you help me make a song?" He said, "Can you help me make a song sound a bit like Coldplay?" And I said, "Well, I can do that."
Yeah, I think you know a few people that can help with that, so that's always good.
Yeah, so we just did that. It was really brief, but it was fun.
You seem to be at a point in your life where you're just having a lot of fun, doing things like working with Ricky Gervais, the Red Nose Day sketch where you were writing Game of Thrones, the musical. And I know there was a time where you didn't even like doing this type of thing. You hated doing interviews, and especially doing them on your own. What has got you to this point now where it just seems like you're wholly embracing life and just having a whole lot of fun?
A few years ago, I was in a kind of low place in my life, and I was feeling kind of down and confused about everything. And then some friends gave me a book called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl and a poem called The Guest House by Rumi, who was a Afghanistani poet, kind of a teacher. And those two things started me off on this whole journey that's ended up a few years later now where I just feel so happy to be alive. I know that might sound a little simple, but I suddenly feel very grateful for all these things that are in my life. I just feel happy to be alive, and if that's coming across, then it's because it's real.
Well, yeah, we do. Well, I certainly see it. I'm sure many others too, and it's great to hear. Very great to hear.
Now, Chris, I do have to ask. You've got your new single out, and your album is released in December 4, A Head Full of Dreams. Does that mean that you're going to come down under and do a tour?
Yes.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Go on.
Can I be
The only reason
there?
we make music is to come on tour in Australia. Everyone knows that.
Well, I'm excited, and I'll be there, probably front row with some strobes and flicking them all around and having a great time. I did the action
you're very
too.
welcome.
You can't see, but I did do the action.
There
of
was
flicking.
genuine hand waving in the air.
I was doing that. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. I don't know when it will be. I don't think it will be for a while. But,
That's okay. I'll wait.
Maybe the end of next year. I don't know. Cause this will now turn to some Twitter thing or something. But I hope we'll be there. But before too long, we love it.
Well, we look forward to having you back in the country, and very excited that we have some new Coldplay to wrap our ears around. Thank you very much, Chris Martin.
Thanks so much.
Oh, you guys are very sweet. Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon.